You're welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. We live. I'm your host, Brooklyn 80s. And we're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about the portal. It looks like Olivia Miles and Kylee Watson might be going to TCU. That's not confirmed yet, but that's the rumors. Um, yeah, and the portal heating up, man. We're gonna get into it a little bit. I got some videos I'm gonna queue up. We're gonna talk about some things. Mello brought up a good point. Gamble, what's going on? Mello brought up a good point on what majors could do to raise some money. So we're gonna talk about that. I think that was a good idea. Obviously we're gonna show some love to UConn winning the chip. Yeah, I'm saying. Gamble. What's going on, Gamble? How you? We're gonna talk about what South Carolina gotta have something up their sleeve in this portal, man. Don Slick. You know what I'm saying? Let me cue some music. Let me produce a little bit. 35. Like to hear it. Man, I think he only should go to Tennessee if those are options. I would love for her to go to St. John's selfishly. That's right down the block from me. But Tennessee seemed like the best options out of those teams right there available. But I want her to go to I don't know if she can fit on the South Carolina. I don't know if Don can handle a Kiyomi and a Malaysia. Don will go crazy. I want to go to like a LSU or something where she'll go deep in a tournament. But I like Tennessee for her. If those are her choices, yeah, Don will go crazy. Don will retire. Don will retire with a Kiyomi. But you never know. If Don whipped Kiyomi in shape and Fawali, it'll be entertaining basketball in South Carolina. But I don't see that happening. But just what you think about Gamble, what you think about Olivia Miles and Kylee Watson and TCU? I'm not mad at it. That's not my pick. That's not my pick. That's not something I would have predicted. But if that's what they want to do, I ain't mad at it. It'll be a challenge. It won't be. See, I think if I'm in a position that they in, and it's like, especially Olivia, it's like my final year. Let me go to a team where I'm almost guaranteed to make it to the Final Four. So you going to TCU, that's you betting on yourself. That's not a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So. I feel you though. We want to leave that. We gonna leave that. We can move this one. This one we can move. But she not Haley Van Lith. So what you saying? You don't think? I think she'll be more successful than a Hailey Van Lith. You don't think you don't think she'll be as successful as a Hailey Van Lith? I think with the type of point guard Olivia Miles is, she's an offense. She runs a whole offense, especially if she has the ball 100% of the time. So I feel like she could just do more than a Hailey Van Lith could do. Hailey Van Lith is a scorer, and she could drive and make the right pass. Olivia Miles is something completely different, right? Olivia Miles sees a play before the play, right? She creates the play type shit, like. So I feel like it could work out. I don't think there's anything wrong with her offensive though. Her offense output. I think it was more so chemistry in Notre Dame. If you pay attention to Olivia Miles, before Hannah Hildalgo got there, she never had an issue with offense. Especially with her adding a jump shot now. Offense not a problem for Olivia. Where would you like to see Gamma? Where would you like to see Kylee McMillan go? Definitely. LSU. LSU a 4 left. What you mean? Oh, if 4 left. If you saying if Big 4 leave LSU? Big 4 is not a point guard though. They need a point guard. They need a point guard and a big. They just got they big though. They just got the LSU just got the girl from Notre Dame. So they got it. They got a big now. They need a point guard. So Kylee McMillan fit nicely at LSU. Now I don't know. I don't know how well she'll match with Kim Moakley. I don't think that's a good match. Yeah, but we'll see what they do with the point guard. Kim got something up her sleeve. Them point guards they had last year wasn't cutting it. Good, bro. I could figure most of them out. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely figure most of them out. So you got Aaliyah Del Rossio is in the portal. I like USC. I do like that because she was motivated to play against Juju Watkins last season. So now being able to play with her and they both could get buckets, that's gonna be a scary offense. That's gonna be a fast-paced offense. But Kiyomi, we got to see if Kiyomi could play with other players. We already seen that she has a tendency to, you know, be a black hole. So if she's able to go to USC, share the ball with Juju, it'd be a nice 1-2 bunch. She'd be able to make the game easier for Juju. That'd be fire. I would love to see that combination. And then it'll really show what type of coach Kylee is, because a lot of people don't like her as a coach. So that'll really show, like, if she could pull that together, I think that'll really show the type of coach Kylee is. Let's do that. I ain't tell it to do that. All right. My computer got a mind of its own. I guess that's another solid fit. So let me send a link out. Let me send a link out to people. But yeah, man, let me talk a little bit. I'm gonna send a link out, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about Notre Dame. I don't like what the internet doing to Hannah Hildalgo. I think they trash for the narrative that they trying to create. You know what I mean? I think attacking somebody for their religion is just as bad as attacking somebody for their lifestyle. You feel me? Copy link. There we go. Yeah, so Hannah wrote something up. I might do a little story time later. I was thinking about, should I do a live or should I do a video? So I might just do a live in a second, read what Hannah said and get my thoughts on it. Matter of fact, I read it earlier too. I could kind of get my thoughts on it without reading it, or I could read it so you guys could, you guys could hear it, and then I could get my thoughts on it. All right, I sent that link out. You over there cooking curry goat? That's funny. But yeah, so I was on Twitter earlier, and I was looking for something because I don't like rumors. If I'm gonna talk about a topic, I want it to be some validity to it. So the only reason why I'm talking about this topic because it's like it's so much going on with it, right? Hannah put out a statement. I haven't seen anything from Olivia, but it seemed like people keep running with this narrative that Olivia did something or said something or she's being homophobic or something like that. And I just don't buy that. You know what I mean? As human beings, we all misspeak sometimes. We all make mistakes. We don't know how sensitive certain people is. You might say something that affects somebody that you ain't intend for it to affect them. And it seemed like the internet they can't wait to like tear somebody down. They get a little story and they can't wait to just, Hannah don't bother nobody. So to like try to make her a villain overnight is crazy. But that's what the internet do. I'm happy from my vantage point. Hannah seemed like she a strong person though. She seemed like this is not affecting her. You know what I mean? So she put out a little statement earlier, and the statement was basically just talking about how she grew up. She had 4 older brothers that she had to battle, so she had to go to a different place mentally to compete, to be competitive. She compared it to going Super Saiyan. She compared it to, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Funny thing is I'm going back and I'm watching Dragon Ball Z now. I just finished Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm up to, right now I'm watching Dragon Ball Z Super. But she compared it to going Super Saiyan. And she said that's the persona she goes in when she about to hit the court, right? She said when she's off the court, she's a sweetheart. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if I would consider Dragon Ball Z anime. I don't know if I consider that anime. It's probably anime, but I consider Dragon Ball Z just anime. To me is like adult cartoon, right? It's like an adult cartoon. Dragon Ball Z isn't really an adult cartoon, but is a cartoon that adults fuck with, if that makes sense. Pro Fan Talk, what's up, my brother? But yeah, so she compared herself when she stepped on the court to going Super Saiyan. So she gets in a different. She put out I think she put out something recently saying that. Matter of fact, it wasn't something she put out recently. I saw a clip recently of something she said. And I think she reiterated in this thing she wrote that she actually hates losing more than she likes winning, right? So that's her mentality. I'm just giving y'all her mentality. She really hates losing. So that space she goes into to compete, that competitive space, it puts her in a place of volatile, right? It can make you real volatile. You could get disrespectful. You ever put it to you like this? I could relate because I'm the type of person that when I get angry, I might say something or do something that I won't do if I'm level-headed or calm. Right? If I'm level-headed, when I'm chilling, when I'm calm, I speak in full sentences. When I'm angry, I speak in shorter sentences. I speak in short sentences, straight to the point. It's more aggressive and it's usually more profanity. But when I calm down, I'm able to get back to my full thoughts. I don't know if that's a great analogy of what she's describing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is sometimes you going into a whole nother state of mind. You could go in a whole nother state of mind when you get that level of anger and competitiveness, and that's what she goes into. She goes into her Super Saiyan mode, where anything in front of her gotta die. Like, not in a literal sense, obviously, but just in a, she's gonna kill. She's looking to kill when she's on that court, right? And she just basically just described her competitive nature. So I'm saying all that to say, again, we don't know what happened in them locker rooms. When I hear people say things, they could be completely off, but they saying things like, oh, she's a different person, she treats people bad. Sometimes when we angry, we do and say things, and I'm not giving her a pass. If this happened, I don't even know if this happened. I'm just giving y'all how these things can happen, right? These things can happen, right? Sometimes when you want to compete, you want to win so bad, you lose a game, somebody talk to you after a loss, you might not be in the right state of mind to respond correctly, especially when you're that competitive, right? And then these are her words. That was just me talking about how these things happen, but these are her words. She said that she put out a post a while back, and she didn't mean nothing by it. She just put out a post and didn't realize how that post could hurt people. And I think I know what she's talking about, because I think I saw some people in the media jump on a post she put out and tried to make her sound they tried to make her sound homophobic. Nasty. Listen, man, like I said, attacking somebody based off their religion is just as bad as attacking somebody based off their lifestyle. We all different people. We all come from different walks of life. You get what I'm saying? And we all got to have compassion for each other. We all don't have to agree with each other. We all don't have to subscribe to what the next person thinks, how the next person feels. We don't have to subscribe to that. We could disagree with your lifestyle, right? But we could be compassionate to your lifestyle as well. We could also try to listen. We could also try to listen and try to be understanding, even if it's not right for us. We could try to understand you. Okay, I get it. I get why you think the way you think, why you believe what you believe. It's a bunch of different religions out here. Some people don't believe in God at all. I got friends that's atheists. I got friends, and people think atheist means devil worshiping. It doesn't. Devil worshiping and atheist is two different things. You got people who worship the devil in the world, and then you got people who are atheists, meaning that they don't believe in a God or a devil. They just don't believe that they exist. That's an atheist. So an atheist isn't necessarily a devil worshiper, right? They just don't believe God exists. So I know people that's atheists. I know people that's Christian. I'm Christian myself. I know people that's part of the Islamic faith. I was some of the people that worked at my school that I still have relationships with today, father figures, part of the Islamic faith. Like I said, people I grew up with in my hood, played ball with. Some people say they just believe in a higher power. You feel what I'm saying? So that's religion. And then you got people who, you got non-binary people, you got binary people, you have, the LGBTQ plus community, people from all different walks of life, and we all gonna disagree. Like if we all sit down and have a conversation, there's gonna be things we agree on. There's gonna be things we disagree on. But just because we disagree, don't mean that I'm homophobic against you. Right? Just because I disagree with your religion might be different from my religion. It doesn't mean that I don't still accept you, or I don't still have compassion for you. You get what I'm saying? Profan Talk says mental health has become the crutch of mental toughness. That's deep. I like that. Mental health has become the crutch of mental toughness. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. Campbell says, my point is, she went to a Catholic school. She should know or expect that some feel that way. Yeah, that's a fact too. Like, it's like, it's like, Notre Dame is a Catholic school, so But I don't think that. I think to me this is more immediate because, like I said, again, we won't know till Olivia actually comes out and says something publicly. But from what I heard Olivia say, she loved the school. She loved the school. She loved the coach. So I don't know if it was an uncomfortable environment there for her and anybody else who have, who lives that her lifestyle. I don't know if it's an uncomfortable environment. All I know is the internet is internet-ing again. If Notre Dame wins the title, does she leave? I don't know. Because now we talking about different scenarios. I think, put it to you like this, Profan. The reason why I don't know, I think part of the reason why she stayed was because she hurt her ankle. So if they win the title, her ankle was still hurt. So I think that she still doesn't go in the WNBA to recover from her ankle. But does she actually leave Notre Dame? Again, we won't know till more information come out. Right now, with the information I have, I gotta say yes. Because I gotta assume without having the right information that she left for basketball reasons. It wasn't personal. And if she left for basketball reasons, those reasons would still been the same if they won the title. Unless she wanted to run it back. And then that's a different story. If she say, well, let's run it back. But I think she left for basketball reasons. And then that's a good question too, because it's a harder to leave if you win the title because then you want to run it back. So maybe she don't leave to run it back. But again, if she left for personal reasons, if that come out and it really was personal reasons, then we know for sure that why she left, right? And she would have left regardless if it was personal reasons. But again, like I said, she's not talking. And everything I see, I'm trying to find things, what don't come out in the wrist will come out in the wash, but I don't see them having a bad relationship. Maybe the relationship changed. That could always happen, but I don't see them necessarily having a bad relationship. Everything I see from Olivia is supportive towards Hannah. So we got to see, but I'm hearing Olivia and Kylee Watson is going to TCU together. So if they do that, then they looking to turn that program, bring that program back to the tournament. I'm about tired of these high-profile athletes putting out cryptic tweets. Facts. Make it plain and stand on it. Facts. That's a fact, right? And that's why I try to stay away from gossip, though, because it's like, we really don't know. Sometimes, things be right and sometimes they be wrong. When this was the Chicago Sky situation with the locker room, I didn't believe that it was a problem until I started hearing, oh, it really was a fight. Then I had to say, okay, well, maybe it was. I thought it was us speculating too much. So in this situation, I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if we speculating too much, or something really did happen and it's gonna come out soon. You know what I mean? But I know right now what I don't like is all the rumors. And what I don't like too is bullying. I don't like the fact that people feel like they could bully you because of your religion. That's corny. I haven't seen nothing homophobic from Hannah Hildalgo. You know what I mean? But that's what they do. This is what happens sometimes with the internet. You do something, and they try to throw a tag on you, right? We all at risk from it. We all at risk being on the internet, right? So, but I'm excited to see what happens next because a lot of a lot of players left the portal, left and entered the portal from Notre Dame. So Notre Dame lost a lot of players. It looked like they did get somebody. So I forgot the girl's name, but somebody did. It looked like Neo Ivy got one player. So we'll see how she built that program back up. They lost a lot of seniors and a lot of people left through the portal. So I want to see how they build around Hannah. I want to see who goes in Notre Dame, who goes to play with Hannah Hildalgo. Let's make this a little bigger. There you go. Let's refresh this just in case. All right, no new news. This is a big one. I like this for Maryland. Y'all done got zone? I like this for Maryland. I actually want to know where they're going to play her at. Are they going to play her at the 3 or the 4? Probably the 4. More than likely. But this a big pickup for Maryland. This surprised me. I didn't think, because Indiana was a good team. I didn't think she would leave Indiana. But it's the portal, man. This professional basketball now. If these are choices, I'm thinking Tennessee. I'm thinking Tennessee for Keone McMillan, if these are choices. But we gonna see. We gonna see. What you guys think of this list right here? Let's start making some predictions. Let's put these players on some teams. Dawn says she got something in the works. What you guys think that mean? What you guys think Dawn mean by I got something in the works? Who would be in the works next year for South Carolina? I don't know why I don't see Tanaya Lotson going to South Carolina but maybe Dawn say, fuck that. I need you to come start for me. Yeah. Somebody from South Carolina, they didn't mention who yet, but somebody from South Carolina entered the portal. So I wonder who they talking about. And they said I think somebody said it's not Malaysia Fawali. I'm looking forward to South Carolina regrouping and retooling, so we got to figure out who's coming back and who's, who can they pick up, because somebody like Raven Johnson, if she comes back, she's probably gonna start again. So now if they do pick up somebody like Tanaya Lotson, because she need a star. Dawn need a star. Dawn struck out on Juju Watkins. This would be a different story if Dawn had Juju Watkins. She might not be hurt right now. Who are they two freshmen? Well, she better figure something out because the bigs is drying up. The bigs is signing. The bigs is committing. So she better figure something out. Oh, you talking about the players that's coming? Nah, I missed that game. I gotta go check it out. I didn't see that game yet. Okay. Yeah, she did. I mean, I gotta see more from a pro fan. She did, she did step up for them in foul trouble, but I gotta see more from her. And I gotta check those girls out. I'm gonna check out that game probably tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me because I forgot about it. But yeah, like I said, I already said Olivia probably going to TCU on this list. I heard Cody was trying to go to LSU. I guess he's trying to replace Anissa. I thought Talia Scott was going to the draft. I didn't know she was in the portal. No, that's a fact. AZ looking like a lottery pick again, but Sarah Strong looking like an MVP, like you said. Sarah Strong is looking like, yo. And then they compared her to Joker, right? They said she the baby Joker, she the female Joker. That's, she got all the skills, so. It's definitely easy to win with her. You know what I mean? So UConn set up for one more year. Yeah, no Sarah Strong. Paige don't win a championship. The way she played, Sarah Strong solidifies that UConn team right now. Same way I think Joyce Edwards does for South Carolina, but it's time for the young players to start. Them older classmen is a good thing they getting up out of there because they all role players. They not, so it's time for the younger players to take on a bigger role. That's interesting. I was thinking about that. Gianna Nikas need to go someplace where some place that needs a shooter. Maybe someplace like a Texas should be good for a place like a Texas. Texas needs somebody that make threes. I do agree with that. She needs to figure herself out, but I think the only way she's gonna be able to figure herself out is if you give her the ball and you let her play. I think she's the type of person you got to coach on the floor. You can't bench her because she plays off of instincts. So playing off of instincts, you're going to make a mistake sometimes. You know, playing off instincts, you got to get in the rhythm. And when she get in the rhythm, she start rolling. But playing off instincts, sometimes you make mistakes. So she's somebody you got to coach in the game. You can't like pull her. So I agree with you. I don't think she's never going to figure herself out until the leash get taken off. She gotta get the keys to the offense. And then I think we'll see a different Malaysia. Mode 3, my guy. What up? Let's see. Yeah, this is the new LSU center right here. Kate Caval. Kate Caval is in LSU now, so now LSU got his center that compete with Lauren Betts. Do y'all think Kate Caval could match up with Lauren Betts? I think she'd be alright because you got Flaugier and Michaela Williams doing most of the work offensively. So she just got to be a big body on Lauren. I think she'll be all right. Especially on the Dawn. You know, Dawn like her big. It depends on how tough she is. Moki like her bigs to dominate that paint. So it really depends on her toughness for real. Gamble says Southern made the tournament. I like to see them again. I think girls should team up and take over a school like that. I want to see, to your point, I want to see girls. I want to see 5 like really good players go to like a HBCU or something like that, and really make a statement. That'll be fire. Jonathan Gonzalez says Kate Caval is a pretty good defender, but her offensive game is very questionable. That's why I said I think she'll be fine, because I don't think LSU is going to be relying on her offense. They just need somebody to match up with the bigger centers. They fine against everybody else, but the bigger centers, they need somebody to match up and be strong. So it's really up to her toughness. We already know Kim Mulkey don't develop her big, so I'm not expecting her offensive game to get much better than wherever it's at now. But I think this is a good signing for LSU. I think they needed a center, and I think they addressed that. Now their job is to go address that point guard, and we see Keomi McMillan is looking for a home. You know, and we know Kim might clash with her players, but she also can coach those difficult players because she did it with Alexis Morris, right? So she's done it before. She could do it again. So problem is, I think it's a bad fit scoring wise, because you bring in a Keomi McMillan, she's not gonna be comfortable passing shots up so that the other two could get shots. But then again, that'll probably be a big 3 now. She'll probably be a part of the big 3. So it might work out. Right, she did it with Kateri Poole as well. Absolutely. So they got to address that point guard situation, because we already seen that ain't work. What they was doing last season did not work. So they got to figure that out. I don't feel like reading. Let's see if we could just get an update. Nope, we can't. Okay, Caval again. I thought she was staying in Kentucky. I thought Clara Silver was going to stay in Kentucky. Who needs a center? Where does she go? Does she go to Notre Dame? That's interesting. Kentucky need a point guard too. That's another place that nobody is talking about. All right. Let's get to topic number 2. Yeah, I know. I think I kind of started a little trend. I see a lot of people making a video about that. Women, again, make your video, make it good. You know what I mean? Make a good video about it. But let's get to topic number 2. Let me see. I gotta send it like this. I gotta send it to myself. Why is it doing that?
to go out there and do a job. Take the student out of it. They no more students. They are.
All right. So basically, he's gonna talk about what major schools could do to make money, because the powerhouse schools is gonna always win in the tournament. So he just came out with an idea I thought was dope. So I'll play this for you guys. We could talk about it. Tell me what you think about what Melo's saying in his video about major schools.
Professional athletes at this point in time. They're getting paid to go out there and do a job. These guys are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in college to go perform. And if you don't perform, there's no more money coming into that situation.
You're talking about the people who's making like real big money, but like even just
everybody's making money.
But even just looking through the final four teams, a lot of those teams are comprised of players who have already bounced around for multiple high D1 programs.
That's why they're getting bread.
It really feels like free agency.
Get these kids contracts. You got a contract with the school. The universities can pay you directly now. Do a deal with the school. Let me do a 2-year deal with you. Do a 2-year deal at Alabama. Do a 2-year deal with y'all. So now the money that I'm investing into the program and into the collective and the university, I get to see at least some part of development in 2 years, to where I can feel comfortable enough to be like, you know what, man, that was a good one. Let me throw something else in the pot.
Like incentives.
It has to be incentivized. The prices that people are asking for now is insane. We talking not 500,000, not 750, not $1 million. Like we talking real deals.
5 M's.
5 million, like 4 million,
So,
3 million. Like we talking these numbers.
Crazy numbers. So that being said, are the mid-majors cooked, bro? How do you attract talent?
Talent is talent, and you're gonna get paid for your talent. The mid-majors, they need to figure out what they're gonna do.
I think it's over.
It's not over. They have to all get together and figure out a way how to make their own super conference with regions and divisions, because you can't play the game with the power conference. You can't compete. Your teams is going to leave for football reasons. So all the mid-majors and all that need to come together, figure out their own tournament, because they got the fan bases.
Say they have one kid on a mid-major who has a great team. First thing that's going to happen is some big SEC school is going to write a check.
That's fine. But remember, I said 2-year deals. We doing 2-year deals. You want to get there, you ain't going to get there right now. If that's your goal, cool. Come out here, rock with me on the mid-major, go kill. If you that good, they going to come see you. When the last time one of them teams did something in the tournament? It's unfortunate for them, but they're not going to ever be in position to win a national championship. Instead of me fighting every year to just get to the tournament and putting that on my resume, or I got to the tournament 5 years straight and lost 5 rounds straight. Nah, I'd rather go have an opportunity to win something. Like, let me have an opportunity to win my own tournament over here with the mid-majors.
So you think they should do what college football did and just have like their own like bowl system and be like,
hell yeah,
let's have the mid-major bowl.
Absolutely.
Like,
no mid-major brand should jumpstart that whole mid-major.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it has to be somebody who's going to
collective. Right. All right.
It got to be linear. Everything got to be linear with that. So it got to be Google, YouTube. You know what I mean? Somebody like
somebody with enough FU money to be like,
but understand and want to be a part of, want to be into sports. So if somebody come in and really stamp an idea and a concept and have a real concept to how this whole mid-major market could actually make more money for themselves and for everybody else. Because right now you make it to the tournament from a mid-major, win your conference, win the championship, you get a little bit of money for the first round and like that, which is good for the school, obviously. But what if we have an opportunity to go do something else and go play for the NIL tournament, or like just play for a pot of $2 million or $3 million, and like the winning team get the $3 million? Like, those are the type of experiences that the mid-majors should actually start thinking about. Do something else and go play for the NIL tournament, or like just play for a pot of $2 million.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good idea that Melo had. What you guys think about that in the chat? Having I guess like even like HBCUs and the smaller schools, the schools that's not in these powerhouse conferences, have their own tournament. You get what I'm saying? And they could raise money and maybe win something, opposed to having to come into the March Madness tournament and losing in the first round, and that be it. That's really all. You knew you wasn't gonna make it anywhere past that because the school you're going against is stacked, right? So what you guys think of Melo's idea? I thought it wasn't a terrible idea personally. Interesting idea, but it turns into a dead end because it would still come down to getting paid and visibility. Yeah, but that's why you get a sponsor. That's why he was saying you get somebody like I forgot what he said, but I think he said like YouTube or something. Not YouTube, but I forgot the company he said. But you get a company that wants to sponsor it and put a pot, $3 million or something like that, and then y'all play for the pot. You know what I'm saying? These athletes is marketable. So, a bunch of these schools get together. I could see them like having enough equity to get a brand to sponsor a tournament. Especially, we just seen it done with Unrivaled, right? So they could do the NCAA version of Unrivaled, right? And then it'll be interesting because now we watch it. All you got to do is see one competitive game. Now we seeing more competitive games outside of the tournament, because that's why even in this even in these transfer portals, a lot of these players, we don't feel like they're gonna make it to the Final Four unless they go to certain schools, right? Because we know the schools that get there. There's certain schools that get there because certain schools have, they're gonna have all the talent on it. So, like, I don't, and this is, you never know what could happen. You always got a Cinderella story, but I don't see a Duke going to the, Final Four next year. I don't see a TCU going, right? I don't see an Ole Miss going. I don't see none of those teams making it, even though it's possible for all those teams to make it. But if I think who's making it to the Final Four, it's the LSUs, it's the South Carolinas, it's the UConns, right? Depending on how healthy, maybe USC, right? It's those types of teams, the same teams every year. So, but the teams that's just make it to the first round, one and done, I could see them playing in their own little tournament, raising some money. Those schools getting together to raise money for their own little tournament. And then it might highlight some other girls that we don't know about, right? Because once you lose in round one, that's it. We done forgot about you. All we care about is who made it to the Sweet 16, who made it to the Elite 8. You know what I'm saying? We got Angel Reese back in the gym. I didn't even realize that was YouTube. Let me get up YouTube for they flag my shit. We got Angel Reese back in the gym though. Getting ready for the season since everybody think Angel Reese don't care about basketball. They think Angel Reese care more about potting than she do basketball. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where all the videos is at about Angel Reese in the gym. They don't want to make that content. They don't want to talk about that. Well, I'm talking about her exercise, and you know you're gonna definitely see that on the floor. As far as her skills translating, we gotta wait and see. We gotta see what Angel Reese. Listen, she talking big stuff. She says she want to be MIP. So that we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see if she gonna come out as the new improved Angel. We got the draft coming up a week away. April 14th. Yo, them CC fans is crashing out because page one, and people are pointing that out on Twitter that Caitlin Clark is the only one that didn't win out of the top five. I know I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely that's been a topic for a couple days. Profan talk, assuming Camilla hasn't gotten better. Camilla had a great season in China. Now she definitely did. She definitely did. But yeah, draft is on April 14th. And these are the people that's likely to come out on April 14th. I think that Dallas Wings roster gonna be better than we probably giving it credit for. I'm excited to see what Paige looks like on the next level. I want to see her body next to grown women body. I want to see how she absorb contact. Wait, did I miss a question? I ain't see this question. You saying what school has the most money? What girl from Rutgers? You talking about Keomi McMiller from Rutgers? As a CC fan, I'm not crashing out. CC was a great play on a good team. She ran into a bus of LSU and undefeated Don Staley. Yo, I've been saying the same thing to people, and they don't come at me crazy. I'm telling them Dallas is gonna be better than people think. Yeah, I think Dallas. The more and more I think about that roster, the more and more I'm like, okay, they might make some noise. And yeah, one. Again, like Coach say, like Pro Fan Talk say, I gotta see it. It's on paper, but trying to figure out how they gonna line up. So if they line up putting Paige at the 1, Enrique at the 2, and Dejanay at the 3. Yeah, they're gonna be running. They're gonna be running. The question is, what do they do at the 4 and the 5? Are they doing Alyssa Smith at the 4 and Tiara McCarron at the 5? I wouldn't say the same position. I think Indiana was still in a little bit better position because if you take a look at Kelsey Mitchell is one of the best shooting guards of the league. So you can say the same thing about Enrique. So maybe, but they had Aaliyah Boston the year before. I think Aaliyah Boston sets them apart. Aaliyah Boston, I think, set Indy apart, but. You know, Dallas got Alyssa Smith now, and Alyssa Smith is home, so she's going to be comfortable. I think we're going to see a better Alyssa Smith. We're going to see, because the knock on Alyssa is that she don't work on her game. So we're going to see if she actually works on her game this off season. If she come back with a little bit better bag than she had last season, we're going to see if she's in the gym, right? And then Tiara, we know who she is. We know what she's going to do. She's just going to be a big body at the rim. She's going to get some offensive rebounds because she's big. And she's going to run the floor slow. Like, that's what she does. But yeah, that's the lineup I think they're going to go with. Some people saying Alyssa at the 5. I don't necessarily think Alyssa up at the 5. Maybe some minutes. But listen, man, she might not be the best rebounder, but she definitely a good scorer. She a good scoring big. She a good offensive big. People got to put respect on Camilla's name. She carried South Carolina. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's why I think a lot of people that was sleeping on Camilla last year, I was trying to tell them, like, she better than y'all think. She just not unlocked yet. Once Camilla get unlocked, and I think hopefully we got to see, hopefully this is a year where she going to get more into her bag and people going to see how good. Because Camilla's a two-way. The good thing about Angel, the good thing about that draft is both of them, Camilla and Angel, both two-way players. Which makes this guy, that's what people sleeping on the sky with. You know, we play both ends of the floor. And both Camilla and Angel ain't doing nothing but elevating offensively. I want to see what Tyler Mars do with them, man. When Tyler Mars get them in training camp, I want to see how he gonna have them playing. Yep, it would have. Definitely. But we're going to get that this. Listen, season 2 loading. Season 2 loading, man. No, but I don't think it's her wrist though. She did say her wrist is fine. She said she hurt her finger. She said her finger was, but I think she just need rest. So I think she fine. She already talking about training camp coming up. She's already preparing for training camp, so I think she's fine. If it's anything, it's probably just gonna be something she got to play through. You know how that go. I want to play something, but that's on YouTube, and I ain't gonna play it. They just had the All-Star game for the NCAA tournament. All right, so let's do this. Where is that? Right here. Let's do this. The funny thing is, I actually like Paige off the ball and Enrique off the ball. That'd be a crazy dynamic with both of them on the wing. Like, who do you guard? For real. So, but you gotta have Dejanay on the floor too. So, but that's probably why they bought Ty Harrison actually, because sometimes they're gonna want Paige on the ball, sometimes they're gonna want her off the ball. So yeah, actually, the more like now that I think about it, I agree with you, Pro Fan. I think this is kind of the same situation Caitlin was in because it's a pretty good lineup. It's a pretty good team. You know, maybe the bench could be better, right? You got Maddie Seagrass off the bench. And that's pretty much all I know, huh? That's all I know off the top of my head off the bench. So maybe the bench could be better. But this is gonna be an interesting matchup between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, knock on wood, nobody have no injuries next year. And everybody can, we can see where women's basketball goes next. We can see if it's gonna continue to skyrocket like it did last year. Oh yeah, I gotta get to that. Forgot to get to that. So it was nice to see this interview from Juju. This is after the injury, so it's nice to see her smile. Um, this also is proof that there's more than one face of the women's basketball, right? Because Caitlin Clark fans and a lot of people want you to think that it's just Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is one of the faces of women's basketball, but so is Juju Watkins, so is Angel Reese, right? So is Rakia Jackson, so is Cam Brink, so is Asia Wilson, right? So, but it was they called her the face of women's basketball, and I agree. She's definitely one of the faces. Miles didn't officially sign with TCU yet, Andre, but that's rumored where she's gonna go. Her and Kylee Watson's supposed to go to TCU, so we'll see. They didn't make an official decision yet, so they could go anywhere. But that's the rumor, is that she's going to TCU. But like I said, it's nice to see Juju Watkins smiling, man, after that injury, after seeing her face and seeing the type of pain she was in. It's nice to see her in good spirits. And I'm looking forward to her recovery. I'm looking forward to seeing videos of her training, like trying to make that knee stronger eventually. So. Man, listen, I wasn't familiar with this person's I don't even know if y'all gonna know who this is. I wasn't familiar with this person's game. But I gotta throw her on the baddie list. I didn't know. Do y'all guys know who this is? If you know who this is, say her name in the chat. She on the baddie list. I wasn't familiar. Apparently. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know who she is, because y'all taking too long. Y'all trying to figure it out. Y'all trying to examine the screen. Y'all trying to figure it out. I'm gonna make it easy for y'all, because I know y'all trying to examine the screen. Hold on. I ain't realized she was a baddie. But she a baddie. I said, okay. Listen, man, I want her in Chicago. Just the player we need in Chicago. We one player away, and this is the player that we need to spend that pick on in Chicago, man. Either her or AZ Fudd, and I vote her. I'd rather her, me personally. Y'all still trying to figure it out, huh? Y'all ain't figured it out yet. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah, we on a back now. We on the last hour of this broadcast, bro. I definitely get sleep. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes I get less sleep than I need. But that's the grind. That's the clue, guys. She the most popular one in the portal too. I wasn't familiar with this girl game, bro. I see her. I was like, oh, I was trying to make a thumbnail. They got to know with this one. That forehead kind of give it away. So what do you think? Where do you think she goes though? Even though I don't think South Carolina is a possibility, I'm starting to think South Carolina is a possibility. She goes to South Carolina. They just gonna have to figure everything else out once she get there. That's Lotson. That's definitely Lotson. I wasn't familiar because I always seen her in uniform. I never seen her off the court. It's my first time. And the funny thing is, some of these ballers, I'll be looking at and be like, damn, like some of them could really be my type, right? Because I'm 6 feet tall. So even though I think, Angel's beautiful and, all the 6'4" and the 6'3" girls is beautiful, I know I probably wouldn't be with them in real life, right? So my type in real life is between 5. I like short girls, so I like 5'5" and shorter, 5'3". I like that. But I'm 6 foot, so I could date a 5'6", 5'7", 5'8" girl. Tonight Lawson is 5'8". So when I see chicks like this, I'm like, damn, like I could really date a baller that's better than me. Now that's single me, I got a girl, full disclaimer, but I'm just saying, like, you could really date a girl out here that's 5'5", because somebody like Georgia Amore 5'5". So imagine somebody dating her, and then they play 1-on-1 in the park or some shit. Get your ass beat. That's hilarious. Your girl could beat you in ball. Yeah, I heard somebody from South Carolina's in a portal, but they didn't say who yet. I didn't say who joined the portal, but they said it wasn't Malaysia Fawali though. You said don't limit myself. I don't limit myself at all. I just know I know what I like. It ain't got nothing to do with limiting yourself. It's your preference. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she just been put on my list. You know what I mean? She going up right there next to Deja Kylee. That's part of the baddies. In fact, Angel, recruit her to Reebok. I don't know if she got a sneaker brand, but she need to be on Reebok. Reebok, the brand of the baddies. He said, I like them more, but I'm 5'9". I hear that. She definitely a bad, definitely. I wasn't familiar. I knew she was nice on the court. Like, that's all I knew about her. I didn't know she gave it up like this off the court. I thought I followed her earlier. Let's make sure there ain't no mistake there. Let's make sure. Okay, she know what she doing. She know what she doing. And she got different looks. I said she got the tomboyish shit. And she feel like looking like a tomboy. She one of them. You know, you got those girls that want to look like a boy some days and then look like a girl other days. She one of them. It's a whole TikTok trend too. They got them girls on TikTok that do like the boyish, then they look like super girly, then they go on a tomboy look. She one of them. Yeah, she definitely one of them because this is teasing you right now. This is like, look, I'm a baddie. And she come out the next day looking tomboy. She's like, all right, stop playing with me. Yeah, but I think she might go to South Carolina though. Because I'm thinking like, who else would Don get? Don said, I got something up my sleeve. She said something is in the works. So who else could she be talking about? Kylee McMillan? I don't think she's talking about Kylee McMillan. She's talking about Tanaya Latson. That's interesting. I didn't know she was looking at these schools before she committed to Florida. She could have went to Texas, Kentucky. Yeah, she going to South Carolina, bro. Gotta be. She may go to Kentucky. That's a fact. Kentucky need a point guard. She definitely may go to Kentucky, but Kentucky center Clara Stark just entered the draft too. I mean, portal too. So this is who I want for Chicago, guys. Just the point guard Angel Reese needs right here. Next year, when we got that lottery pick, that's who we need to be getting. Step back, pull up jumper. Look at that. Play defense. Just to play away. We one player away. All we need is somebody that could get a bucket. Just like Chelsea Gray did for the Roses. That's what Angel needs. Somebody to get a bucket. So Angel could do all the dirty work. Angel want to do everything else. Angel want to get the double doubles. She want to lock up the best player on the other end. She want to make all the hustle plays. She just needs somebody that's not afraid to go and get a bucket. Look at that. This the player we need right here, man. She doing it against competition. She doing it. She do it against SEC schools. You know, everybody love the SEC conference. That's a fact. We seen it already. We seen Angel is ready to win another championship. She already ready. She already ready to win another championship. She just need that player. That Chelsea Gray-ish player. That player that's can get a bucket. That's all she need. And Tanaya Lotson. I'm trying to tell you, man. This the player we need right here. Can get a bucket in traffic. Three-level scorer. Make plays for her teammates. Pull up in transition. I love it. Give me that. Yeah, she got the full package. She just play on fucking Florida State, not no more. Now she play on South Carolina. I don't know if she going to South Carolina. I don't know. But Dawn said, I got something up my sleeve. She said, I got something in the works, in other words. We should be able to go get Serena Sundell at 10 and Sarah Ashley Barker at 16. Sarah Ashley Barker is better than Serena, so why would you go get her first? 18 points a game last year. Listen, if y'all want Serena, y'all fall in love with these tall players, boy. Y'all see 6'2", and y'all like, oh, she's, you know. If y'all really want Serena, if y'all really want Cheyenne Sellers, I hope y'all get her, man. But definitely Sarah Ashley Barker, that's who I'm sold on her. I'm sold on her. Yeah, but it's better point guards. There's better point guards in the draft. But listen, if we go get, I'ma still support. If we go get one of them. To me, the best 6'2" point guard is Zay Green. Y'all familiar with Zay Green? I play her highlights if y'all not familiar with her. I think she got average defense. See, I wouldn't say she doesn't play defense. She's not a I would say she's not known to be a defender, right? She's not a lockdown defender, but yeah, Zay Green is pretty good at the point, and she's 6'2". Since y'all like 6'2" players, y'all looking for y'all 6'2" player. I get it. Zay Green, I would go with Zay Green personally. That girl tough, yo. Could make difficult layups. There you go. That's Zay Green. If Lasting goes to South Carolina, her stats will take a hit. Don rotates and plays every 5 to 6 minutes. Yeah, I know, but Don gonna have to learn that you need stars to beat stars. So she gonna have to change her strategy up. Yeah, she a point guard. Zay Green is a point guard. You can't tell by the way she dribbling the ball. She could score in the paint. She could score in the mid-range, and she could score from 3. Those players y'all mentioning is pretty much rim runners. See if I can find another one. It was hard for me to find that one because there we go. At the basket, what's she gonna do here? Okay, tough layup in traffic. She got a little floater. I didn't know she had a floater in her bag. Yeah, she's 6'2". Yeah, I would grade Sarah Ashley Barker first, and then I would get Zay Green next if y'all want Zay Green at point. You said what? That last click, old girl, just got her to the damn basket. Yo, listen, man. Make sure everybody hit the like button if you ain't hit the like button. Even the people that's watching me, if you ain't comment, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that's viewing me. Even if you're not talking, if you're just viewing me, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody watching the channel. I appreciate everybody that support me. I try to give you guys quality content. As you can see, if you watch my videos, don't nobody post the videos like I post, right? Like I post unique stuff. I come up with, I try to come up with creative stuff. I don't post anything. Like it'll be stuff other people post. I won't post. You know what I'm saying? So if you appreciate the content, just hit the like button, man. You appreciate the demeanor. You appreciate, you know, how I try to keep it unbiased. I try to keep it unbiased. I try to keep it fair when I talk about these players, man. I just gave y'all my honest opinion. Also, for the players that I don't like, that I might talk about, I don't have nothing against those players neither, man. I don't, if I'm wrong about a player not being good, I'm okay with that. Like I don't need to be right about a player not being good, right? Like if somebody proved me wrong, I'm a fan of women's basketball, so I'm a fan of all these players, even the ones that I might, you know. So shout out to the Serena Sundell, shout out to the Cheyenne Sellers, and you know, shout out to all the short guards, and you know, I'm not one of those, you know, people be afraid to be wrong. Like it's okay. Like we when you predicting things, that's part of it, right? You predicting things, you could be wrong. So some of these people who I think is gonna be good might not be good. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know her age. She's 25. I don't know her age. Right now, definitely not at 10, 16, 22 would work for me. Jay Green is 25 years old, not at 10. Yeah, I wouldn't pick her at 10. I would pick Sarah Ashley Barker at 10. I would pick Sarah Ashley Barker at 10. We only got 2 roster spots, so 22 is probably not going to get picked anyway. Or if we do pick 22, it's going to be at risk of not making a team. So I will focus on 10 and 16 if I was you guys. Because we got 10 roster spots right now. Well, do we got 10? Yeah, I think we got 10 roster spots right now. Guaranteed contracts. You know, we got 2 open roster spots. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know y'all really like Zoe's breakdowns, but I think Zoe be overthinking the game a lot, for real. Me and Zoe done had plenty arguments about players. Like Zoe was telling me earlier in the year that AZ Fudd ain't gonna be that good. I guarantee you that's not his take now. So I personally don't put a lot of weight in Zoe's breakdowns, but you know, to each his own. Nah, Brooklyn, 3 of these people signed are on TC. Their spots are not secured. No, if I'm not mistaken, I looked at it the other day because somebody did bring it up to me. Let me see. Because I thought it was 3 roster spots. Somebody said it was 2, and I looked at it. They was actually right. But let me trouble check. Let me see, Chicago Sky. Right, I'll pull it up for you guys so you can see. Right. So this is a roster spot. We know she's not going nowhere. Courtney is not going nowhere. Rebecca, Mariah, Key is not getting cut. Michaela's not getting cut. Elizabeth is not getting cut. Rachel is protected. She's not getting cut. Camilla and Angel is not getting cut, right? So now we count that up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, that's 10 roster spots. So unless you plan on cutting one of these people, you cutting Ariel Atkins, she protected. You not cutting her. Courtney Vandersloot is unprotected, but we not cutting her for nobody. Rebecca Allen is protected. Mariah is protected. Kia Nurse is unprotected, but I doubt we cutting her. I doubt Michaela Wnba don't make the team, right? I doubt Elizabeth Williams don't make the team. Rachel Banham is protected, and we all know Angel Reese and Camilla's making the team, even though they both unprotected. So that's 10 roster spots, right? The people that we might not make the team is these three: Morgan Birch, Ariella, and Alex might not make the team. These are people that's probably going to get cut. These two is on a training camp contract. This person's on a rookie exception, so I don't even know what that means. But these three is at risk of getting cut off the team. So we only got 2 roster spots open to drafts. We got 3 draft picks, 2 available roster spots. Rachel is protected, and I thought I just said Mariah. Where's Mariah? Mariah is protected. Nubian, they both protected. Two roster spots that they should take 1 international player and stash for a year. Maybe. I don't really see the need in that unless the person is going to be really, really good. I think you just take the best available player, whether it's international or not. Morgan, Arella, and Alice training camp contracts. Yeah, but there's only 12 official roster spots on a team. So those you can have up to 17 contracts on your team until the end of training camp. So those are just there. Those mean absolutely nothing. In fact, one of those players is guaranteed to get cut unless they announce that they add in the extra roster spot soon. Right now, you only can have 12. If I'm not mistaken, you only can have 12 roster spots. So we have 13 people right now on the team. So one of them is definitely getting cut, and the other 2 is going to basically be based on if our rookies don't pan out. And I'm pretty sure we're going to draft 2 rookies better than those 2 players. So they just got to hope nobody get injured. Like, I forgot the girl name, the girl from last year, Brenna Maxwell. You got to hope they don't get injured. That means they have a guaranteed contract they can eat. Alex Wilson rookie section is like Julie Van Loo, played professional overseas, but her first year in a W. Okay. Well, maybe we only got 1 roster spot then. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm assuming she could still get cut on her rookie exception because it said unprotected, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she unprotected, so she could still get cut on her rookie exception. Now, you want to know what happened, OT Camilla? I thought it was 3 as well, but I was counting 3 before we signed Ariel Atkins and Vandersloot. We did have 3 open roster spots back then. So what happened is we had 6 roster spots that was taken before free agency, right? Then after free agency, we signed Michaela Wnba. We signed was it Kia Nurse? Somebody must have signed late. Who signed late with us? It was Ari. Okay, it was Ari Watkins. So we signed. That's what happens. Ari Watkins came late in the trade, and that's where that extra roster spot got taken away. Once we got Ari Watkins in that trade, we traded the third pick. We got Ari Watkins back, so we went from 3 roster spots to 2, and that's what happened. So we did have 3 at one point. Tika Meladin would have to eat that one for the 5K. But we got a solid roster. Like I said, we only one piece away, people. We got veteran leadership at the point guard and Vandersloot. We need a backup point for Vandersloot, right? I'm not off of Mariah Jefferson just yet. I want to give her a chance to show me, because she was hurt last year, and you know how we are. Now I ain't gonna say we, because I'm not like this. You know how people are. You know, recency bias, out of sight, out of mind. They just forget about you. So I'm not saying she's not gonna be trash. She might be trash this year, but last year she was hurt. I'm gonna give her that grace. The same thing with Isabel Harrison. Diamond and Shields, you know, we had an injured team that was like trying to like come back from injury, and none of them played well. So Mariah Jefferson was one of those players coming back from injury last year. So we'll see. Let's see if she's healthy, and let's see if she plays well. If not, though, we need to have insurance and get a backup point guard, a young backup point guard who's maybe could be our point guard of the future, or could just be a solid backup. So we could find that, great, and we could find that, because there's a lot of point guards that's good in this draft. We only mentioned a couple of them, but you got Lucy Olsen, 5'9" point guard, really good. You got Hermione Turner, 5'10" point guard, really good. You even got she played on Arkansas, so nobody really talks about it. But you got Iggy, I can't think how you say her last name, but she's a solid point guard. You got Emily Ryan, solid point guard. You got Georgia Amor, solid point guard. You got Haley Van Lith, solid point guard. So it's point guards galore in this draft. You got Deja Kelly, solid point guard. You got possibly Raven Johnson, solid point guard. You got Zay Green, solid point guard. Cheyenne Sellers, solid point guard. Serena Sundell, solid. So we're gonna get a point guard. Is my point. I just named 10 point guards and they all good. Regardless of what round you get them in, they all fucking solid point guards. None of them is like trash point guards. They all do something for your team. Now it's better than we could rate them as better point guards than the others. So y'all know how I feel about the ones I like. There's better point guards than others, but they all good. So we're gonna get a point guard. So we got to do that. We got to get a backup point, and we got to get, in my opinion, we got to get a 3 that could possibly be an all-star, because we don't have that. We have 3. We have small forwards that's role players. But if we could get a 3 that could possibly develop into an all-star, it's not a bad draft. That's why I keep saying, to me, at 10, the best person might be Sarah Ashley Barker. Some people like Cheyenne Sellers, they want to play high to 3. You know, whoever you get. But we got to get somebody who could possibly be an all-star in a couple years. Jean Gray says, I think the need is someone that can create their own shot and get a bucket. Right now, we only have Atkins, Isaiah James, or Hermione Turner. I agree with that. Isaiah James or Hermione Turner, or Tahina Powell. Any one of those 3. Sarah Ashley Barker, to me, is that player at small forward, though. She could get her own bucket. She could score anywhere on the floor. It's more Zay Green. If y'all noticed, that's Sarah Ashley Barker getting the ball to Zay Green, so we get both of them. That'll be a problem. Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all familiar with Wnba, but she on this team too. Yeah, she did. My issue with her though, she's also another older player. She's also another super senior. But I think Tyler sees something in her because he was in a gym working out with Sloop, Mo Bynum, Michaela, and E. Will. Yeah, me and Paige on the same page. I like Sarah Ashley Barker at 10 as well. Did y'all put y'all picks in? Y'all know they got something right now where you could go guess who they're gonna draft. I don't know what prize you get. Y'all put y'all picks in already? I don't even want to guess. Tiffany Cole says Tyler don't see nothing. Who he drive will tell me how good of a coach he can be. He on the clock. Why you so hostile, Tiffy? Tiffy is hostile. And I don't think Tyler Marsh is the one that draft. I think it's Jeff P. I think Tyler Marsh tell him who he like. He give him his advice, but I think Jeff P make the decision. Yeah, I did a signed jersey. I use a bogus name, but a real email address. I don't want no damn autographed jersey. Give me floor seats. I hear you, Tika Miller. Tika Miller be spicy. Mariah Jefferson, although 5'6", her problem has been she can't stay healthy. But when healthy, she had a good 2 years in a row. Let me play. What was I gonna do before I did that? I was gonna play something. I forgot what. It'll come back to me. Tiffy and Cole. Tyler been the one out here recruiting. If he can't speak up and get who he wants from the draft like Teaspoon did, Tyler might as well just let Jeff P coach. He's had practice every day already. Oh shit. Tika Miller spicy. I mean Tiffy spicy, man. Y'all funny. Oh yeah, I wanted to play some Serena Sundell since I like her so much. See if I can find some Serena clips. Oh, can't find her, but I don't mind playing her. I don't mind playing her. That girl good, man. This is who I want us to get out the draft too, Monty Turner. Brooklyn, do you have footage on overseas player they talking about for Chicago? Her name begin with an A. Let's see what you talking about. Oh, you talking about her, Asia Sivka? Yeah, they got footage of her. I don't think it's this far back. Yeah, we gotta go get it. We gotta go get her, man. We gotta go get Sarah Ashley Barker, man. Gotta do that. Make it easy on myself. She like a female Dirk. 6'4", Phoebridge height. She got a little bit better bag than Phoebridge though. She a little bit better offensively. But I don't know if she got Phoebridge defense. I haven't seen her defend nobody, so I don't know. She a power forward, but she obviously, you can see she got small forward skills. So she could play the 4 or the 3, but her natural position is power forward. She's like a stretch forward handle. She's 6 foot. She's 6'4". So that should tell you. Right there. She about an Alyssa Smith height. Yeah, she a unicorn type player. Yeah, she could play 3-4, but she more of a 4 than a 3. But she could play both positions. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Chicago pick her at 10. You know, we got options. The same thing I said about point guard. I named about 10 point guards. You could do the same thing with small forwards, like Tiffany and Cole just said. You could go get Aaliyah now if you want. You could go get Sarah Ashley Barker. You could go get Asia Sifka. You know. She could make plays off the dribble. It's not all about shooting. Right? She finding her teammates off the dribble. So that's why I said we got options. It's all about who you like. It's all about, and like I said, it's all about who you think is going to develop on the next level. You got to realize, and I'm not saying this to knock her, because I like her too, but we don't know how good this competition she is playing against, right? So it might not look this good in a W. And the good thing is, listen, we all got our favorites, man. I'm not mad at none of the names y'all mentioned. My favorite is probably Sarah Ashley Barker. So my favorite small forward for us to get is Sarah Ashley Barker. My favorite point guard for us to get is Hermione Turner. And my favorite power forward, if they go that route to get, it'll probably be Destiny Adams. I'm with Mo 3. I like Destiny Adams, but I also like Michaela Timpson. Just Michaela Timpson just got to work on that shot. But those are my picks at those positions. And it flip-flop, because sometimes I'm like, yo, shooting guard is definitely going to flip-flop. If we get shooting guard, sometimes I'm like, yo, we need to go get Isaiah James. Other times I'm like, yo, we need to get Tahina Powell. Right? So sometimes I'm like, yo, I could see them going to get Helly Van Lith because Helly Van Lith, I believe, is nice. And I believe she proved that she could play in a W. But that's Angel girl. Angel was like, you know, she left us some Haley. And we already know Raven Johnson, if she comes out, that's Camilla girl. So I wouldn't be opposed to Helly Van Lith or Raven Johnson. Obviously her size is a concern, but I wouldn't be opposed if they decided, you know what, they want to go after Georgia Amore. I wouldn't be opposed to that either, because I think Georgia Amore is going to be good on the next level. My only issue with her with Chicago is I don't want to have too many small guards on the same team. That's it. I just don't want to have too many small guards. So we do pick up. We definitely got to get rid of a Mariah Jefferson. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of that All-Star game. Serena Sundell was definitely a good passer. I won't take that away from her. She definitely could pass the ball. Oh, they added more. Okay. They didn't have these the last time I looked. They got Tahina Pow going number 16. this particular mock draft. Who they got at 22? They don't got 22 yet. And who they got at 10? They got Georgia A. Moore at 10. Jai James, they got going 5. Listen, because she went to Iowa, a lot of people sleep on Lucy Olsen. But Lucy Olsen get busy and she 5'9". Before Lucy Olsen went to Iowa, she played on Villanova, I think. And she was like the 3rd leading scorer in the country. So. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Let's see what their top 10 playmakers is. They got Georgia A. Moore, number 1. That's why I said I'm not surprised somebody take her high, because she's, the best playmaker in the draft. They even got Olivia in this draft, and Paige Beckers. Georgia A. Moore, 7 assists. But she do also get high turnovers, so she takes a lot of risks. So. I can't find Serena Sundell. She looked pretty good. But again, we got to see it in a W. Yeah, I don't see no Serena Sunday on this list. I guess she didn't get busy enough. But she been getting busy since returning from injury. She just got the whole package. I mean, 6 feet tall, able to put it on the floor, able to catch and shoot, able to make plays for her teammates. I think her defense is average. She got moves. She got that spin jumper. She got a post spin. Yeah, she scored 45 against MD. Don't take her points away. This versus LSU. Yeah, we know how much I love LSU. So y'all see what Sarah did to y'all team. If she could do this versus LSU, she could do this in the pros. Just imagine on the same team with Angel. Look, that's that spin jump I told y'all about. Cross. Oh. Get busy with it. Shit's tough. Oh yeah, that's the 45. It's the 45 right here. Pure jump shot. Look at Zay Green creating Zay Green right here too. Y'all get to see both players. Zay Green set her up. Big shot. Spin jump shot. That's her signature move right there. That was Schmeichel. She just blew past like that. Look, that's defense. Well, that's not really. It's getting triple team. I ain't gonna count that. Buckets. That's a grown woman move right there. Grown woman move right there. Tough shot. Alabama was supposed to win that game. But yeah, listen, everybody hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button already, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I'm gonna be going live a lot more often. You're gonna get the perspective with 80s 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you're gonna get sports, women sports roundup. If I said that correctly. With me, B, and AD, you're going to get that every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sundays, you're going to get WNBA Weekly with me, Nate, and Mikachu, 9 p.m. Eastern. But right now, y'all tuned into the perspective, man. I'm your host, Brooklyn 80s. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Just for the people who might have came late, just to give you a little wrap up of the show. We was talking about the portal. When the show first started. Sounds like Olivia Miles is going to TCU. So if she commits, you heard it here first. Olivia Miles and Kylee Watson. It looks like they committing to TCU. We still got to see what's happening with South Carolina. Don said some things is in the works. I don't know what that means. We got to wait and see. Tanaya Lotson is still the biggest fish in the portal. We got to see where she goes. I appreciate that, T. Carmilla. Thank you. We got to see where she goes. We talked about Hannah Hidalgo. I don't like how the media and the internet is treating Hannah Hidalgo. You know, just because her views religiously is her views don't make her a homophobe. We don't make her homophobic. So I don't subscribe to that. I want to say shout out to all walks of life. Whatever your walk of life is. Whether, you know, you live in a gay lifestyle, bisexual, lesbian, whatever it is, straight, shout out to your walk of life, man. Everybody, we could all coexist with each other, and we don't have to all agree with each other neither. We could coexist. We could disagree on certain things, and it doesn't mean that we hate each other. It doesn't mean that we homophobic. You know, we can have compassion for each other. We can have understanding for each other. And we can also have our differences. It's okay. It's okay. We don't all have to agree on everything. So I want to give love and support to Hannah Hidalgo and also Olivia Miles. Hopefully, I want the best for both of those young ladies. And I think they both is doing what's best for them. I think, you know, sometimes the media overblow. You know, they certain shit be overblown, and it don't have to be. I think Olivia leaving Notre Dame right now was the right time for her. It was just right. She not leaving early, right? She graduated already. She's in her last season of eligibility. Deja Kylee left UNC last year. This is a common thing. Players change scenery, so it doesn't have to be an ugly thing. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't have to be an ugly thing. So and then also we also make mistakes as human. Maybe Hannah did post something that hurt her teammates' feelings or hurt certain people's feelings. It happens, and we have a conversation about it. We learn, we grow from it, we move on. So sometimes we do things unintentionally to hurt people. That was never our intention, but we learn from that, right? We learn from that. So the villainize Hannah is crazy just because of her beliefs. That's weird energy. And if ain't nobody else gonna say that on the internet, I'ma say it. You get what I'm saying? If ain't nobody else gonna say, yo, y'all moving weird out there, y'all moving wacky, I'ma say it. So shout out to Hannah Hildalgo. Keep, moving in your energy. Keep moving in your positive energy. Believing in what you believe in. Shout out to Olivia Miles. Keep living your life in the right way for you to live it. And I want the best things, and I want the best for both of those women. So we talked a little bit about that early in the show. You know what I'm saying? We talked a little bit about the draft, WNBA. Most of us are Sky fans, so we want to know what's gonna happen with that 10th pick, just to make our team a little bit better, right? We comfortable and we like our team right now, but we want to see like what can we do just to put the finishing touches on our team. So with that 10th pick and that 16th pick, it's a lot of players. Regardless if you think this draft is weak, whatever you feel about the draft, it's a lot of good players in this draft. Regardless of how weak or strong you think they are, they can help a team. There's some players in this draft that can help a team. And all we need is 2 of them. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully we get to Nia Lotson next year. That's my hope. If not, AZ Fudd. If not, Flau'jae Johnson. That's my hope. But, we'll worry about that next year. All right, listen, man. With that said, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate, again, like I said, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. If you ain't hit the like button, you hit the like button. If you ain't subscribe. And everybody have a blessed night. You already know.